welcome to the Gospel Method. Tonight we are year 2, lesson 29, and I am excited. We have a great lesson tonight. We are going to be starting the key of E flat. Now we are going to be taking our time. We are going to walk through the scale of E flat, the chords of E flat, inversions of E flat. We're going to learn 2 brand new songs. We're going to learn Praise Is What I Do and Just a Little While, which is a classic hymn. And I also have 2 special announcements, so make sure you stick around. I have some discount codes for those of you looking for some private lessons, and I have a new update for our premium membership that I know some of you have been waiting for. So let's jump right in. If you haven't done so, be sure to download your PDF for tonight's lesson, totally free on thegospelmethod.com. And tonight we're going to be learning the key of E flat. So, oops, scroll this up here. See, I told you there's a lot tonight. I see we've already got some people on the chat. I see Marilyn, J. Marie. Hey, everybody. Come on in. If you are watching but you have not said hello, do that, and then your name will pop up, and I'll see you in the chat. As always, you can always ask questions during the chat, during the live stream. That's part of the benefit of being live. I'll see all your questions in the chat there. I see Darlene's here, Teresa. Come on in, everybody. The key of E flat. I'm not even going to pretend this is one of my favorite keys. But your favorite key is whatever key you play the most, right? So this is one of my favorites. It's really fun to play in. Feels good in the fingers. And it's really fun. So we're going to jump right in. Francine's here. Good evening, everyone. I might not play well, but it's so relaxing. I'm not giving up. Yes, I love it. And I told my private students the other day, every month we start a new key. So if you get overwhelmed, in a month we start a new key anyway. So just jump back in and start with us on a new key. All right. So let's take a look. Playing in the key of E flat. Now this one might seem a little bit overwhelming because we do have some flats. But to be honest, it's actually a little bit easier than B flat, which we've already done. Because E flat, you'll see the finger shapes are a little more comfortable. Okay, so on B flat, remember we had to jump a little bit. There's a little less of that in E flat. So we can play our scale, and of course we have our pattern here of how to make any scale. But then down here, I just have it written down. Oh, A major scale. I always miss something. It seems like I edit these so much. But E flat major scale right here. Okay, so the notes are E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. Okay, now the fingering is a little funny if you actually want to play your scale because we're starting on a black note. Anytime we do that, we usually don't start with our thumb, because that'd be kind of awkward. So you can see the right hand fingerings here. Okay, we're going to start with finger 2. So E flat with your pointer, F with your thumb, G pointer, A flat with your middle, B flat with your ring finger. Cross your thumb under to the C. So finger 1, your thumb on C, pointer on D, ending on E flat with your middle finger. Okay, so 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then backwards it's the same thing. Left hand, we're going to start with our middle finger, finger 3. 3, oh, sorry, I'm on B flat. 3, 2, 1. Cross your 4th finger over to the A flat. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then cross your middle finger over to the E flat. Okay, again. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. So together, that one's a bit more of a challenge because they don't match. Okay, so we have what is different about the E flat major scale. We have 3 black keys. E flat, A flat, and B flat. All right, so anytime we have an E, we're going to replace it with E flat. A is now replaced with A flat, and B is replaced with B flat. So a couple of practice scales we have here. 1 octave up and down. That's the one we just did, where we just go up. You can do this hands together or hands separately. Number 2, I have staccato scales. Remember, that just means short and crispy. This helps you with fingering to make sure you know exactly where you're landing, because you can't jump and then just not know where to go. Number 3, we have legato scales. That's smooth. And this is going to help you keep things even so that you don't have... You don't want that. Good practice. Keep them all steady and smooth. And these are just general things that are going to help you as a musician, not just your scales. And number 4, contrary motion, where we go starting from E flat on both hands and landing in the middle. Okay, so if you need some more practice on that, start with your C major, learning those patterns, and then every scale, every new scale, we do the same patterns there. Okay, so some warm-ups. Again, why learn our scale? First of all, it's going to help us to be really familiar with the key and the notes that are found in that key. But also those are really good warm-ups, just as general musicianship, warming your fingers up, getting the technique of playing smoothly and evenly. Those are really good things to know just as a general musician. Okay, moving right along. Page 2, finding the chords in the key of E flat. So, of course, we can follow our pattern of major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished major. This is the same pattern for every scale, or you can just follow along here. I have them written down. Okay, so this is our family of chords. We call them the diatonic chords of the key. And these are the ones, if you mush these all up in different orders, you're going to make a song in the key of E flat. Okay, sometimes we have extra ones, little sprinkles of spices, but your main foundation of a song in the key of E flat is going to be made up of these 6 chords, mostly these 6 right here. Okay, the first 6. So let's take a look at how to make these chords. Again, if you want to make a major chord, we follow our pattern. You start with your root. Let's make E flat major, for example. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps, and then 1, 2, 3 half steps. So any major chord is going to follow that pattern where we start with the root, we go up 4, and we go up 3. And if you need more help on that, go back to your 1. We have a whole lesson, a whole hour on practicing making major chords, okay? But it follows the same pattern, even though we're starting on a black note, it doesn't matter, okay? So we have E flat major, like this, and then we have F minor. So again, we can practice making our minors. It's the same pattern, except it goes root, 3, 4. So root, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, whole lesson in year 1 about minor chords, actually multiple lessons if you want to practice that. But F minor is going to be F, A flat, and C if you follow that pattern. Okay, so now you can see if you wanted to play F, for example, you just played F and then you played all white notes, you'd end up with this. But we can also figure it out by thinking about our scale, is that we can't play this A because our scale doesn't have A. Our scale has A flat. So if we just move that A to A flat, you end up with F minor. Okay, so there's 2 different ways to do all of these chords. G minor is going to be G, B flat, and D. Okay, and then A flat major. Let's look at this one really carefully. This is a newer one for us. So A flat, count up 4, because we're making a major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count up 3. And you end up with A flat, C, and E flat. Now our hand is up on the top third of our keyboard because we're in, some people call them the black scales, because we're starting with a black note. We've got lots of black notes in there. So if you're trying to play it down here and you're reaching up, like that's not going to work. So make sure your hand's up on the top third of your keyboard for this one. Okay, and then B flat, we've learned that one, but let's go over it again. So we've got B flat, 4 half steps, 3 half steps. We end up with B flat, D, and F. Okay, so that's going to be B flat, D, and F for our B flat major scale. C minor is going to be C, E flat, and G, and then D diminished, which we're not going to use, but it follows the same rules: D, F, and A flat, and then back to E flat. Okay, so if you want a really good detailed explanation of how I've come up with these chords, go back to one of our earlier ones where we talk about the key of F and the key of G. Those are both in year 2, and I take a really long time explaining how did we come up with this list of chords, and it just follows the patterns of the scale. Okay, so those are our main chords. You'll see these in all of our songs tonight. Again, we're going to do Praise Is What I Do and Just a Little While. So it's 2 really good songs tonight. Okay, and now we're going to talk about inversions. So when we're playing, of course, we know that there's easier ways and harder ways to play. We can either be jumping around or we can find smoother ways to transition between chords. Okay, and this is the inversions for E flat. So when we were in the key of C, we had C as our main chord, and we would try to figure out the easiest way to get to everybody else from C. So C to F, C to G, C to A minor, and it's just, you can see my hands are just barely moving to those chords. So in every key, I always give you guys this inversion chart, and this isn't in any book that I'm aware of. This is just the easiest ways that I've found to transition in each key without looking. So one of the things with being a church musician is sometimes you're playing and you are looking at either the speaker or the singer, and it's really helpful to be able to play without looking at fingers all the time. And so that's where this came from, is just if you're in the key of E flat, I always play A like this, pretty much, or A flat rather, because I don't have to look. It's the smoothest. In the classical world, they call it voice leading. Okay, but we just need to know these are the easiest ways to get around in this key. Okay, so this explains what is an inversion right here. Actually, let's not skip this. What is an inversion? And all we're doing is we're taking the same notes of each chord and we're just putting them in a different order. So E flat is like this. This is root position E flat. E flat's on our thumb on the bottom. But we can rearrange it and put the E flat up here. That's still an E flat chord. Okay? That's an E flat chord. And then we go back to root position. So these inversions, we've just taken the same letters that we used above, and we just might rearrange some of them to make it easier to get to the next chord. All right, so let's take a look at these home bass inversions. This I always recommend to everybody, print out this home bass inversion for each key if it's a new key for you. Most students say the inversion chart is the hardest part, because that's the muscle memory that's going to help you later. So this is the lesson that takes the most grunt work at the beginning, but then it helps every other lesson in E flat be much easier. Okay, so E flat, root position, because that's our home. Okay, so E flat, G, and B flat, you can see there. Now, if we wanted to do F, that should say F minor. Sorry, guys. Let's fix that. F minor. I'll fix this and I'll re-upload it properly. Okay, F minor. It's going to be F, A flat, and C. Okay, because E flat and F minor have nothing in common, we're just going to scoot everybody over to the right, F minor. That's the easiest way to get there. All right, G minor. We already have a B flat in the key in G minor. We also have a G, which is an E flat. So all we need to do is move our thumb to D, and we're on G minor. Okay, so E flat is like this. Just move your thumb down, and you're on G minor. Okay, now we'll go to A flat major. So we have A flat major. This one we're going to move our third and fifth, our middle and our pinky finger, to the right. Okay, this is the same motion as when we're in the key of C. We go from C to F, our thumb pivots, and the other two slide up. That's the same movement, okay? So if we're in E flat, we move our middle and our pinky over, and we end up on A flat major, okay? So much easier. And since we're already up here on our E flat, we're not jumping really to get to the A flat. We're already on the top of the keyboard. Okay, let's take a look at B flat major. So we already have our B flat, our F, our pointer finger is already there, ready to go. And then we'll just slide our thumb to the D, like that. E flat, B. So you can see that's really comfortable as well. Okay, and then C minor. Again, almost exactly the same as E flat. All we got to do is move our pinky up to the C. Now, for comfort, I've got small hands, is I use my pointer finger and I replace that G and I slide my pinky over to the C, like that. But you don't have to. You can use your middle finger if you want, if you've got big hands. Okay, so those are our inversions. I know I went through it quick, but this is where you're going to want to spend a lot of time this week, is really just practicing E, A, E, A, E flat, E flat, E flat, A flat, E flat, G minor, E flat, G minor, E flat, G minor, E flat, B major. Let's just go back and forth. Okay, so I've got some exercises here if you want to try some warm-ups, and that's all that is. There's no particular order. I just tried to mix them up. E flat, A flat, just to practice in between your inversions. B flat, exercise 2, E flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, E flat, F minor, E flat, C minor, E flat, G minor. Okay, and I'm obviously going quite quickly, but you get the idea. Okay, so those are just mixing them up so that you can practice the proper fingerings for the inversions. Okay. I have a sneeze. Get stuck. Okay, so that's all the theory stuff. So if you've hung around this far, congratulations, well done. And for everybody else, I'll try to get some time this week and put some timestamps for you. So we're going to jump into our songs now. Again, if you haven't done so yet, go over to thegospelmethod.com, and that's where you're going to be able to find all of these handouts, okay? So if you go to thegospelmethod.com, free resources, it's right in here. So you can just pick whatever one you want and then put it in your cart. It's all free. Just create an account. You can download as many as you want. I see a lot of you doing one at a time. You can fill your cart up with a whole bunch and then just check out. And that might be a little easier for you as well. Okay, so that's all free. Go get your downloads. Musician's Toolkit is also here. You'll see that referenced in a lot of our videos. We talk about different left-hand patterns and different tricks we've learned over the couple of years. And we also have table of contents. So if you're looking for a certain song or a certain skill, you can find it in there. Okay, so our songs, we have Praise Is What I Do, and we also have Just a Little While. Now, I am super excited for Praise Is What I Do. I've got so much stuff I want to show you. But I realized after I sent it out that the hymn is a little bit easier. So we're going to start with the hymn first, and then we're going to jump into Praise Is What I Do. Okay, now this hymn, you might be familiar, may not. Just a little while. I'll play it for you, and then we'll jump through step by step. We'll look at all of our inversions and all the different things that we can do with this song. Okay, so it sounds like this. I just have verse 1 in the chorus. Soon this life will all be over, and our pilgrimage will end. Soon we'll take our heavenly journey, be at home again with friends. Heaven's gates are standing open, waiting for our entrance there. Some sweet day we're going over, all the beauties there to share. Oh, just a little while to stay here, just a little while to wait. Oh, just a little while to labor in the path that's always straight. Just a little more of trouble in this low and sinful state. Then we'll enter heaven's portals, sweeping through the pearly gates. All right, so that's the quick and peppy version, whether or not you know it like that. But we're going to go through it with the music, show exactly what we have line by line, slash by slash. And then I'll give you the ideas of how to make it look like what you just saw here if you're looking to take it to the next level. Okay, so let's start nice and slow. Verse 1 with our right hand. Get your inversion chart. If you haven't printed it out, put it on another phone so you have it beside you. This is all about inversions today. Okay, so start with verse 1. E flat is our first chord. We do have a slash. We're going to ignore that. We're going to start with the E flat right now. The way you can find out what that is by looking at the intro. So A flat over B flat, that's what this slash is here, but we'll come back to that. We're going to start with this E flat here on verse 1. Okay? So soon this life will all be over, and our pilgrimage will end. Aren't you happy? Look at all these E flats. Soon we'll take our heavenly journey. Okay, here we go. Journey has 2 E flats and a C minor. Remember, to make C minor, just move your pinky to the C. Aha, C minor. Two of those. B at. Now F, we don't have F in our chart. We have F minor in our chart. But we're going to use the same fingering, which is root position. Home again with, so just regular old F. And then B flat inversion is going to be D, F, B flat. Friends, heavens, which leads us right back into E flat, root position. Where are we? Gates are standing open, waiting for our entrance there. Some sweet day. So this is one where we kind of pivot with our thumb. So our thumb stays on E flat. We lift these two over to A flat and C. And you end up on the A flat chord. Day we're going. E flat root position. And then we'll do that C minor thing again. So we just move our pinky up. All the beauties. And then we have to go to B flat. So this one we have to move everybody, but we're going to move everybody left. Okay, so we need D, F, and B flat to land on B flat. So scoot everybody to the left. There, two. And then E flat again. Share. Now A flat over B flat looks scary, but all you got to do is A flat on the right hand. So E flat, A flat, and C with your inversion. And a B flat letter on the left hand. Okay, and that's your A flat over B flat. So write that down if you need to. Okay, now let's take a look at the chorus. Very similar, just rearranged slightly. Just a little while, lots of E flats, stay here. Just a little while to wait. Da, 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 da. Okay, pivot up to the A flat. Just a little while to E flat. Two of those. Move your pinky to get C minor. And then F root position in the path that's always. And then jump to B flat. Straight. Similar to the verse, but not exactly. Just a little more of trouble in this low and sinful state. Okay, jump up to A flat. Then we'll enter heavens. E flat, root position. C minor, move your pinky. Sweeping, jump to B flat. Through the pearly. And then E flat. A flat over B flat. Okay, let's try it with the intro. Going into verse 1 with both hands. Again, left hand right now is just going to play long notes. Okay, we're just really focusing on inversions for this lesson. Of course, I'll show you more at the end, but that's homework for this week is just right hand inversions, left hand long notes, finding that muscle memory. Okay, so intro, we have two E flats, two B flats, two E flats, A flat over B flat. And then we do another one on verse 1. Soon this E flat root position, life will all be over, and our pilgrimage will end. Soon we'll take our heavenly journey. Move your pinky. Be at home again with friends. Heaven's gates are standing open, waiting for our entrance there. Some sweet day we're going over all the beauties there to share. Go to the chorus. Just a little while to stay here. Just a little while to wait. Just a little while to... Oh, sorry, I'm doing it the way I normally do it. Up here, sorry. Just a little while to labor on the path that's always straight. Just a little more in this low and sinful state, then we'll enter heaven's portals, sweeping through the pearly gates. All right, so that's the basics of what you see on the page. The right hand is playing the slashes and the chords. The left hand is just playing the chords. And some of you, that might be how you know the song. Which, great, you're done. If you want to add the pep that you saw here, I'm going to give you the steps. For those of you who've been following along since year 1, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go grab the musician's toolkit, and you're going to see all of these pieces that I'm talking about. The first thing I did that makes the biggest difference is subdivisions. So if you want it to have that peppy sound, your left hand, instead of playing 1, 2, 3, 4 holding, you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We'll all be over. My right hand hasn't changed. Pilgrimage will end. See the difference already? Soon we'll take our heavenly journey, be at home again with friends. 3 and 4 and, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're playing all the beats plus the extra beats in the middle, okay? And we have a whole lesson on subdivisions in year 1, okay? But that would be the first step. The next thing you could try is adding in turnaround loops. Again, whole lesson on that in year 1, but those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's also in the musician's toolkit. You're just going to loop it. Every time you see E flat, you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3. Soon this life will all be over, and our pilgrimage will end. Right? You just loop, loop, loop. And all I'm doing to make a loop is I go down 3, and then I just do every one in order. So in this case, if we were doing it on E flat, it would be E flat, C, D flat, D. And that's 4 notes. And it goes 1 and 2 and. It's played over and over and over. Okay? So instead of playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, once you get that down pat, you can add your loop. This life will all be over, and our pilgrimage will end. And see, there's so many E flats, you can do it for a long time. Okay, so that'd be step number 2. Add in your turnaround loops. The next thing you can do, and we'll talk about this next week, is add in walk-ups and walk-downs. Again, full lessons on that in year 1, and we have it in your musician's toolkit. That's where you're going to go from your E flat. Where's a good example? Going from E flat to A flat, because that's the first note of your scale, to the 4th note of your scale. So in between here, right? Actually, I think I can even color here. Yeah, look at that. Okay. I'm learning how to use this thing. So we can turn that into a walk-up, right? Waiting for our entrance there, some sweet day. Okay, so you can go through, find all your walk-ups and your walk-downs. Again, we will talk about walk-ups and walk-downs in E flat next week, but just so you know how you can add it into this song once we get there. Okay, add in your walk-ups and walk-downs. Put those together, and you're going to be playing what I was just playing. Okay, it looks like a lot is happening, but it's just layers of rhythm. Okay, so starting with subdivisions, and then your turnaround loops, and then your walk-ups and walk-downs. Smush those all together, cook them together however you prefer in your style, and you'll end up with something that sounds very peppy with that walking bass line sound. Like that. Okay? So that's just a little while. Let me know in the comments if you guys do want me to come back to this song, and we could always do it at the end of E flat and add all of those things in real time, and then we could do it together. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Okay, so that is just a little while. Getting on to the song that I've seen a lot in the comments, everyone's excited for, which is great, I love this song too, is Praise Is What I Do. So let me play through this one in case you are not familiar, and then we are going to jump right into some good stuff. This is so much fun to play. Excuse me. All right. Praise is what I do when I want to be close to you. I lift my hands in praise. Praise is who I am, so I will praise you while I can. I'll bless you at all times, and I vow to praise you through the good and the bad. I'll praise you whether happy or sad. I'll praise you in all that I go through, because praise is what I do, and I owe it all to you. And then back to the beginning. So, beautiful song. I love this song so much. And we're going to go through what's on the sheet here. We've got lots of goodies on this one. And again, go to thegospelmethod.com to download a copy of this PDF completely for free in our free resources section. We're going to start with our verse 1. Again, it's not too tricky. I know what I was playing is a little bit, looks a little bit trickier, and I'll talk about that later. But what we have on the page, I've simplified it with the chords we know, and it's going to sound beautiful. Let's start with E flat in root position, verse 1. Okay? Praise is what and there's not much happening, it's very quite slow. Excuse me. Praise is what I do. So to get to the G minor, just moving our thumb down to the D to give us our inversion for G minor. When I wanna be, moving everybody up for A flat. So we have E flat, A flat, and C. Wanna be. Now that's one beat only. Okay? And then close, we're going down. So everybody goes up for A flat, back down for B flat. B flat we have D, F, B flat. Of course, remember, print off your inversion chart for this key. Close to you, and then back up for C minor. Okay, so let's try that again. Praise is what I do. Move your thumb for G minor. Everybody up. I wanna be. Everybody down. Close. Back up to you. Okay, now we have B flat over A flat. That looks scary, but just remember the first one shows your right hand, so play B flat. Okay? D, F, B flat. Left hand will just play the A flat by itself. I lift my, so the right hand just stays B flat. I lift my hand, still B flat, in, and then E flat. Okay, so right here, looks a little bit scary, but really your right hand's just playing 4 B flats. Okay, and your left hand is the only thing changing there. Okay, I lift my hands in, and then E flat. Praise. And then we have A flat over B flat. So we're going to go up to A flat, the right hand, B flat, the left hand. So it's backwards of the one we just had. Okay, A flat right, B flat left. 2 beats. Okay, now we've played that. We know the whole verse. It's actually just going to repeat itself, but with different words. Okay, so let's keep going. Praise is who I am. Move your thumb for the G minor. So I will praise you up while down I can. Back up. I'll bless. So B flat on the right hand, A flat on the left hand. Bless you at B flat on both hands all times. Sorry, just right hand. All right. So that's our right hand. Let's go through the chorus and we'll add hands together. Now it feels beautiful and more flowy. I know some of you are like, how come this song sounds different? It's because I've added in a lot of chords, passing chords, the chords that we don't need, okay, to give it a little bit more of that sound. And there are much more passing chords that I don't have on this chart. But I did add a few of them in because I know a lot of you will be like, but I want that, dun, 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 you know, that sound I hear. So I did add a couple of them in. And I think you can do it. Just go slow. But just know that you don't need them all. So I'll show you as we go through. We have this E flat. We need that one. This E flat, you could just keep it as E flat. Okay, just regular E flat. But we're going to, and I vow to praise. That gives it that sound you're probably used to. So I added it in there, okay? So it's just one beat of this, and then 4 of this. And that's why when I was playing it sounds more flowy, because we're not repeating it very much. We're moving a lot. So our ears, it sounds like it's just like a river in the background, okay? So it does take more practice, as you'll see at the bottom of this chorus. We move quite quickly, but it does give you that sound you're looking for, okay? So I vow to praise, up to A flat, praise you, B flat, through the good and the, up to C minor, bad, I'll praise. Now this is good. C minor going to A flat, we only have to move one note. We're just going to move this G to an A flat. Praise you, whether, and then B flat again, happy or sad, I'll praise, back to A flat. So it's just kind of looping through those same chords. In all that I go through. Now here is going to be your challenge of the week. Every chord is changing for five beats. We have F minor for 1, E flat over G for 1, A flat for 1, B flat for 1, and then we land on C minor. Okay? But it's going to bring us through the song, and it matches the tone of the voice. Because praise is what I do. It's beautiful. So let's go through it step by step. You don't need, let me see which ones we can get rid of. Because praise is what I do. Okay? So if you wanted to, you could get rid of this E flat and the G and the A flat. Okay? If you're finding it overwhelming, just go F minor, B flat, C. Okay, so I'm just going to write, or do I have the simplified? Oh, I already have it. See, I forgot I even did that. So yeah, the simple ending, we go, praise is what I do. And then it gives you the right chords, it matches the melody. And then this one here, this version, just gives you more, we call them passing chords, but just chords that are moving along with what you're singing. Okay, so I'm going to do this one up here, but if you need to, go down for that simplified ending, and you can totally use that. It's just beautiful, okay? So let's start right here, because praise, we're going to start with F minor, root position, with our right hand. Then we're going to go to E flat over G, which just means right hand is going to play E flat. Okay, we're going to go to A flat, so keep your thumb, pivot everybody up to the A flat. Then we're going to jump to B flat, so everybody goes left. And then we're going to go to C minor, everybody goes right. Okay, so that, you're just going to have to practice that. I call it grinding. Just do it over and over and over. F minor, E flat, A flat, B flat, C. And your partner, spouse, roommate, sibling, they're going to be like, wow, you really like that part, huh? But then once you get it once, the second line is almost the same. Look, F minor, E flat over G, A flat, B flat, but we land on E flat instead. Okay, so once you get it once, you've got the whole thing. Okay, let's try it with both hands, just real slow. F minor, E flat over G, A flat, B flat, C minor. And look at the left hand. F, G, A flat, B flat, C. That's a fancy walk up, that is. Okay? So, and then the last line, we'll just do it slow. F minor, E flat over G, A flat, B flat, and then we land on E flat instead. We're done. Okay? And then the A flat over B flat to bring us back in. Okay, let's do it hands together, real slow. Let me know in the comments, what do you like about this song? What do you think is going to be fun, challenging in the chord progression? You guys are real quiet. I know I'm talking fast tonight because I know there's so much in this song. And I don't want to keep you guys too long. But it is such a good song, and I'm excited. So let's try hands together. Left hand's just going to hold the long notes right now. Okay, and the right hand's doing enough work. It'll sound good. So let's start just with verse 1. We'll come back to the intro. So praise is what I do. And then here, one beat each. When I wanna be close to you, I lift B flat over A flat. So B flat on the right hand, my hands, both hands B flat, in praise. Okay, A flat over B flat this time, so be careful. Remember, the first one you see is the right hand. Praise is who I am. So I will, one beat each, praise you while I can. I'll bless B flat over A flat. Remember, B flat is on the right hand. You at all times. Chorus. Now here, remember, you don't need the E flat over G, but we're going to do it. And I vow to pray. There's your A flat. Praise you through the good and the bad. I'll praise you, whether happy or sad. Oh, sorry, keep my inversions. I'll praise you. Just repeating that thing. B flat again. All that I go through. Now here we go. Because praise is what I do. And I owe it all to you. So just slow and steady, okay? Now let's go look up at our intro. You may be like, Christine, what are you doing with this intro? But all I did is a simplified version of the ending, okay? Just to get us into it. If you're feeling brave, you could start right here and go all the way here. And that's the fancy intro, okay? So you can just think, because praise is what I do, and I owe it all to you. And that's what you're singing in your head while you do this intro. So here's the simplified version. So intro, F minor, A flat, C minor, da, 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 and I owe it all. And you're just kind of humming that. I'm sorry. Okay, but if you wanted to, you could do a fancy intro like this. Praise is what I do. And I'm just playing the last two lines of the chorus. A flat over B flat, sing your verse. Praise is what I do. When I wanna be close to you, I live. And oh man, I could just play the song forever. So pretty. So that is the Coles notes of it. Okay, so lots of good stuff. Now, I did want to let you guys know I have a couple of exciting announcements, and then I'm going to play through it again, and we'll have some fun with it. But if you're looking to take this to the next level, like what I played at the beginning, you're like, but there was more passing chords in there. There was more seventh chords. There was more, what was that? If you want to learn all of that stuff, we are going to put this song in the premium membership, okay? Now, that hasn't been released yet. So if you go in on the gospel method, this is what's coming up, guys. We're really excited. The free membership is here. It will be here, and it will always be free. And then for those of you who want a little bit more, we have a premium membership coming very soon. We're working really hard in the background to get this done. And this is going to include higher level content, more in-depth of an experience, okay? So if you're enjoying these lessons but you just want more, we're going to have, for example, Praise is What I Do, the one we did tonight. We're going to have a more advanced version. We're going to have that breakdown, show you exactly what to do, downloadable chord charts, etc. I'll have it in E flat and I'll have it in C. So if you want to try the hard stuff but you don't want to try it in E flat, I'll have it in both keys. We'll always do it in C so that you can, I know a lot of people think in C. We'll do that. The premium content is also going to have a full library. So I'm so excited. I've been trying to make sure we get all the ducks in a row before I tell you guys what's going on. But there's going to be a full library of all the songs that we have in the free membership organized categories into keys. And we're also going to have them in multiple keys. So let's say you had one from lesson 1, but you want to play it in one of our new keys. As we build the library, it's going to have, you'll be able to go, I want E flat, and see a whole bunch of songs in E flat, not just the 4 that we're doing in this chapter. Okay, so that's going to be included in that premium membership as well. And we're going to have live Zoom lessons with me. So as part of this package. Now, I know you're thinking this is totally going to be expensive. It's not, okay? It's going to be a monthly membership. You're going to have access to the premium downloads. You're going to have access to the library and one Zoom meeting a month to ask questions and go over any of the material and just be able to see me and show me and talk. So really excited. That's coming soon. Just pray that we have lots of helpers to get the library done soon. That's what's holding us back at this point. We're really excited. We've got everything ready to go. But we're just working on getting that library uploaded for you guys. So that does lead me into another announcement. If any of you are musical, or if you are understanding these chord charts, you don't have to be a music major or anything, and you want to help us out with that library, send me an email. Okay, it's contact@thegospelmethod.com, and just let me know you're interested in giving us a hand with that, and I'll give you the chart very easy. I'll say, here's the song, here's how to translate it into a different key, and then you can just type it in on your computer. And as soon as we have that library ready, we're going to launch the premium membership so everyone can jump in. So if you're interested, again, that email is contact@thegospelmethod.com, and we can talk about getting you on board on the team, helping us out with that library. So yeah, that's exciting. It's coming soon. We're working really, really hard on that library. And we'll have Praise Is What I Do will be our first premium download once we launch. So definitely check that out. And then also, I wanted to let everybody know that we do have, if you go on thegospelmethod.com, we have Book a Lesson. This is if you're interested in lessons with me. So once a week, accountability, a whole hour where we're talking back and forth. And you can choose whatever songs you want. I'll make chord charts if you need them, help you get ready for your song set on Sunday, that sort of thing. If you do want private lessons, they are month to month, and we do have a special going on in April where you can get 2 months for free. Or 2 months for free. That'd be a lot. 2 weeks for free. Sorry. 2 weeks for free. So basically your first month would be 50% off. So if you're interested in that, just go to Book a Lesson, scroll down and put out your information. And then you'll be able to get that discount for the month of April. So a lot happening here at Canada Music Lessons. My brain is mushy. Also Canada Music Lessons, yes, at The Gospel Method. So yeah, make sure you go check out that website. And again, if you are at all musically inclined and you want to help us with the library, shoot us an email or a message on Facebook, and we'll get in touch with you about helping us out with that library. All right, have an awesome, awesome night, everybody. I thoroughly enjoyed our lesson tonight. Praise is what I do. I'm just going to play for a bit because it's just so fun. If you guys have any more questions, put it in the chat, and then we're going to be done for tonight. Praise is what I do when I want to be close to you. I lift my hands in praise. Praise is who I am. Oh, that song is so fun. All right, I don't see any questions coming through. Check out the website. I'll see you guys next week. We are going to talk about walk-ups and walk-downs in the key of E flat. Good night.